Hello. Testing. I think it's working.
Testing.
Hi guys. We're trying out this podcasting that started by Gio, Kiro, and Rano. We figured that this might be a really good chance for customer success to share some stories about our client. Right. We haven't prepared anything. I just basically ambushed Maurice and Kris about this new idea. So if this one failed, we will not share. So you won't be seeing this video. Alright, then let's get started. Kris wants to share with you guys about a story of our client. Here we go.
Right, you usually ask me that if I would have to tell a friend or anyone about one client, who would it be? I said Bolt. When I started handling the client, they were called Taxify, and they only had one location. It was Johannesburg in South Africa. And it was, I took it from Rano basically, like he had handled it in the past. And the thing with Bolt, right now they have 13 locations, so they have grown. But the thing with them is it's not like, hey, like it's working in this one location, let's add them to all the others. No, it has been a very slow, gradual growth process of adding locations. And it really depends on the manager. If the manager feels like they need the queue management system or they need the data to back them up, then it usually just by word of mouth between managers, it kind of like, okay, you should try Qminder. It's pretty good. So it started at Johannesburg, then they added it to Nairobi, which is in Kenya, and then in Nigeria, Lagos. And then slowly they added locations in Europe as well, like in Romania and Paris and England. What do I have to...
When did Taxify first started with Qminder?
The first location is March 2017.
March 2017. So by now almost 2 years, a bit over 2 years. How did you feel about this client when you first took it over from client? Like, what's your vision for that client back then, and what's your understanding or vision for this client right now, if you can do this comparison?
I think I felt pressured. Yeah, because like Rana said that the Taxify has potential, that you should do something about that and really make them grow. And I really had no clue how to do that. And there has been like a lot of contact changes as well, and they operate kind of slowly. Like it's difficult. They're so busy all the time. So it's yeah. But the cool thing is that I onboard every location separately. It's almost as if every location is a new client, a new contact, new faces, different use cases. Well, the use case is pretty much the same, but the setup is different. It's interesting.
What would you say are the top 3, or I don't know how many you want to list or you can list? What do you think are the top values that Qminder provides for Bolt or Taxify? For location managers? Mm-hmm. And maybe you can talk a little bit more about clerks as well.
With the African locations, it's the queue management. This is a big part. They have a lot of visitor volume. It's like 200 a day, and the Qminder actually helps them solve like physical conflicts, because sometimes those angry drivers, they get kind of pissed off at each other for like cutting the queue and all that. So we really help that. But other than that, like why also the locations in Europe and where the visitor volume is not that high use Qminder is because of the data. It's just the visitor numbers and the wait times and service times, because the wait time is the thing they always try to decrease, and we really help with that. I mean, just the numbers alone tell them what the wait time is and how they can improve that.
How can you give us like maybe an example? How did they use Qminder data to decrease their wait time? Or like, you do have any example on the spot that you can share? Or story that you have heard from one of your contacts?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't have anything concrete. But it's like, for example, if they see that the wait time in that location is very high, they can add more iPads, they can add more clerks, they can reschedule the staffing, things like that. Yes.
All right, Maris.
Well, I have chosen Keysight Technologies, and why I've chosen it, it's because I've really taken care of the client since the beginning. So when I first started, then I was handed over a lot of clients. I do have a connection with them as well, a different style of connection, but with Keysight I really feel that there's something more there. So they first they signed up for the free trial, and then they just contacted us over the email to set up a demo. The first demo lasted about more than an hour. I remember I was in Tallinn and Rauno was listening as well, so I was like crazy scared. And after the demo, I just really didn't feel very well. I just felt like they were asking so many questions, especially about like security, and back then I just wasn't that confident. But then Rauno assured me that, you know what, like everything was actually fine. But then they decided to actually not go with Qminder. They chose a competitor, which was Skiplino, and I was really gutted because I felt like I chatted with them for a long time and then nothing came out of it, so I was a bit pissed off. But then I replied to them really nicely, saying that look, if in the future you need some help, please don't hesitate to contact me. And they did. After just 2 weeks, they actually got back in contact, saying that they are exploring options again and are seeing Qminder as a strong candidate. So I set up another demo, and in that demo I just really showed them how exactly to use the Qminder dashboard. And what I found out, the fact that they wanted to change from Skiplino, was that it just didn't really give them real-time data, and it just felt that with Skiplino they were just given some empty promises. So they signed up for the successful pilot. Like every day I really, first thing I did was log into control center and just look at how they were using, and almost every day I reached out to them, just sharing like few suggestions, and the location manager then just said like, wow, Maris, you're so proactive. And I really felt like everything I did, like they took it on board. Like when I shared like, this is the way you should use input fields to get more better data, they took everything on board. And I feel that even during the trial and pilot phase, like the onboarding was done successfully. And now one of the concerns is that they are interested in booking feature. However, they are using the microsite, and they are really interested in branding as well. So hopefully there's an opportunity to get more success out of them.
What service does Keysight offer to their customers, and how
Forgot
do
to tell
they use
that.
Qminder exactly?
So they are an American company. They just manufacture different softwares, but they use Qminder in their IT help desk. So similarly to Financial Times, every Monday morning they used to have like big queues, and people just have like general issues about the software, any other issues as well. So yeah, they only have 2 clerks working there, and they have the iPad set up and the TV, and they also use the SMS feature as well. And interestingly, they shared a microsite link in their after service message.
What do they use the after service message for?
They just thank the internal employee for their visit, and then they say that for the future, if you have some issues, please check out the microsite link, and you can plan the visit ahead.
Why are they interested in booking?
One of the main reasons is that whenever the new employees start in the company, they would just like to have an opportunity for them to choose a time slot rather than actually going into the location.
Because the new employees might take longer?
They might take longer time, and they just have said that it would be like a better experience for the new employees.
What do you think is the biggest value Qminder provides for Keysight?
At the moment, I think it is the data that they get out, because they're really interested in what kind of issues people come there most.
Okay. All right, thank you guys. We're running out of time. Please forgive us because this is the first time we're doing it, and we hope to do more of this. So I guess I will do the same. I will create a type form and then include the link under this video. And if you guys have any questions or any clients that you specifically want to know more about, please fill in the type form or just talk with me directly, and we will surprise you in some time. Ciao!
Ciao!
Goodbye.
How do I close this? Wait, where's my mouse?
No, wait.
Ota.